What's up guys, welcome to Creative Corner. Today we're going to talk all about lenses. We're going to tell you about the lenses that we have, why we use them, and what we use them for, and where to get them.
Alright guys, the first lens we're going to talk about is the nifty 50. It's a 50mm f1.8 Canon prime lens, and this is my baby. This is the lens that I started shooting with, and I would recommend that everyone start with this lens because it gives you the satisfaction of a really good depth of field because it has that really large aperture. It's a very versatile lens because you can use this up close or far away. It's not too wide of an angle and not too shallow either, so it's just perfect for that. It's very easy to use and easy to get used to, and it only runs about $125 on Amazon, so that's like a steal for a great lens.
Alright, so next up we have the Canon 28mm prime lens. It's an f1.8 and it runs about $500, and we really like this lens because it's good for portraits because it's got that low aperture, so you can just get beautiful depth of field, but you can also get the surrounding areas. Since it's so wide, you can get the beautiful family around the oak tree. You can really get the atmosphere that you have your subject in, and it's just super great. It's a really good lens. We haven't had any issues with it thus far, and I would definitely recommend it if you plan on shooting portraits and families and things like that, because it's just a really good lens to have, and that 1.8 lets a lot of light in, and it's good.
The next lens we're going to talk about is this 85mm 1.8 prime lens. It's also Canon. We're a Canon family here in case you haven't noticed. And this is just the best portrait lens ever. I mean, it's like the compression on it is just amazing. You get those milky smooth skin tones and the really nice bokeh in the background. And the only downfall of this is that it's 85mm, so you have to be kind of far away from your subject. You can't be too close, but that's a big plus with the wedding because then you don't have to be all up in people's faces, to get those real close-up shots. And then when you do want to get close up, like you could get close up. So this one is my personal favorite and my go-to for portraits.
Alright, now we're going to talk about the 10-18. This is a strictly wide-angle lens, and we really only use this for real estate photography. My brother is a realtor, and we shoot most of his houses, and it comes in handy and lets us show the entire house for what it is. It's a zoom lens, so the aperture varies from a 4.5 to a 5.6, which isn't the best in the world, but it's only about $250. So it couples really well with flash photography. You can get just pull that light in, or if you have enough natural light as it is, then you don't have a problem. So like shooting, commercial photography outside and things like that, like you shouldn't have a problem with it. So yeah, like I said, we use this only for real estate photography. I probably wouldn't recommend it for portrait photography or wedding photography or anything like that, unless you're in a situation where you want to capture the entire room or something like that. But with people, you got to be careful because it's going to distort people around the edges, and it's just not super flattering a lens. But if you want to get into commercial photography or real estate photography, like I said, it's only $250, and it's well worth that. So give it a shot.
Next up, we have this monstrous kit lens. It's the 18-135 f3.5 to 5.6 Canon zoom lens. This is the kit lens that came with the Canon 70D, and I used to be kind of like meh about kit lenses because they're nice, but they're nothing special. But this one is like amazing. When I first shot with it, I was like, holy cow. It's just perfect because it is a zoom lens. Like you can get that wide range. It goes from 18 to 135, so that's like a huge range, and it's very crisp. And while you don't have that really wide aperture like the other prime lenses, you still, it goes down to a 3.5, so you're going to still get some pretty good depth of field depending on, your zoom range and stuff like that. So this is a go-to for me for weddings, just because whenever Dylan and I shoot a wedding together, I'm usually, the second shooter, and so this is a great one to kind of be in the background. I can zoom in if I need to, or get a wide shot also if I need to. And most of the weddings we've shot have been outdoor, so I don't have a problem with the aperture not being as wide as the rest. So, you know, this is a great go-to kit. This is A+ for kit lenses.
So that's the lenses that we use on a regular basis for 320 Studio, and you know, they always stay in our bag really. The only one that is typically out of our bag is going to be the 10-18 because, you know, we don't use it, and when we do use it, you know, it's definitely a scheduled real estate shoot, so we don't need it on hand at all times. But I definitely recommend checking them out, and if you have any questions, you know, feel free to reach out to us. We would love to answer your questions and help you find the lens that's right for you. And I definitely think that if you don't know what lens to buy and, you know, you're just starting out and all you have is like a kit lens, I would definitely recommend you getting a 50mm. They call it a nifty 50 for a reason, and it's really inexpensive and it works well for a lot of things. So give that a shot, and you know, we'll see you guys next time on Creative Corner. Bye.